put our resources, de-risk some of your investments over time, and then we can walk out when the investment is stable and the industry is comfortable. So I think, Lee, you should be able to pursue that. We can approve maybe 10, 15, 20 billion shillings into KDIC to help industry get concessional funding, but also we can de-risk some of the investments they want to make in growing our industrial capacity.
Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you, Excellency. On the VAT refunds, I know earlier we had talked about one of the things was to start looking at the big exporters and see if we can also have a different system. But I must say we had asked for an offset system of any VAT refunds over 6 months, and that has been done. What is in progress, and we need a resolution in the Finance Act 2025. The refund period moved from 90 to 120 days, and that makes it a bit harder for business. So maybe we need a different resolution here to see if we can return it to 90 days, but also look at offset across different tax classes, because that is also work in progress. We've been engaging KRA. They're very happy to look at it, but because it's an issue that had come to the PRT, I thought we felt as part of progress would mention what has been done and what is in progress. On the issue of securing bilateral, multilateral...
Do you know the reason why it moved from 90 to 120? Was anybody, was there a reason? Was there a reason? Lee, did you? It was a cash flow issue. Okay. So can you explain to me? Because the last time, what we did, what is decided, and I hope Eden from my office is here. What we decided last time was, let us allow those claiming VAT, if your VAT returns hasn't been paid 6 months, and it has been agreed, it has been documented and verified, you can net off from your other taxes.
Yes.
What I hear you saying is that was done.
Yes.
Yeah? That was done. We passed the law, and you can now do that. And there are people who are doing that. Yes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, you want us to do more.
I think when we presented that...
I think there was a fellow called Oliver Twist.
No, what is in progress is looking at, with the tax, with the Finance Act of 2025, moving now from 90 days to 120, even for the refunds, that creates a new challenge. And we felt because we had already agreed on the other one, how do we resolve this in this meeting, because it was part of this meeting.
Okay, so the gentleman from my office, let us do this. Let us... And we'll engage with Treasury to find out why this moved. And Lee, you should be able to take it up on behalf of the industry. I hear you also saying that maybe we should allow the netting of VAT from even other tax obligations.
Yes, they're tax classes, because they're different tax classes. Yeah. Yes.
So that is something I am willing to consider. We should be able to consider that, because I think it helps industry. So let us look at 3 things, you know, and we will report back in December. Number 1, we allow industry to net off using other tax classes.
Yes.
That's number 1. Number 2, I hear you saying, let us increase the allocation from 2.5 billion every month
to 5 billion.
To 5 billion. That is another homework. We will take it back and look at what does that mean to us in terms of our other tax obligations. So those 2. Any other thing? And then this
ceiling,
shift.
The ceiling from a maximum of 30 million to higher, because there are those with higher claims beyond the 30 million a month.
Big exporters, some of them have bigger claims, more than 30 million a month, and the ceiling is 30 million.
Okay. And thirdly, we find a way of either creating an exemption for the bigger people, for the bigger exporters whose tax VAT refunds are higher. So those are the three things, Eden, we go back with. We will then have Lee engage with the Treasury, and then we will come back to you in December.
Okay, thank you very much. I think on that, there was also the zero rating for inputs for manufacturers of pharmaceuticals and agricultural sectors to ensure manufacturers are competitive and increase exports. So the proposals were included in the finance bill, but they were not captured in the Act. So we had them included in the bill out of what had been agreed in this meeting, but then were not captured in the Act. So maybe we need to look at them. How do we deal with them now that they're not in the Act of the Finance Bill?
How possible is it? It's not possible for it to be in the Finance Bill and not, because the Act becomes, the bill becomes an act by operation of Parliament and my signature. So how did it disappear?
Your Excellency, I think what Carol is alluding to is the fact that sometimes amendments do happen, and they do not take into consideration the original thinking and the intention. And I think this also goes to explain, between myself and the Minister for Finance, we had very clear proposals, drawing from them the industry. But again, when you take it there, some amendments happen that completely water down. And I think this is within the broader area you have already mentioned. Thank you.
Thank you. So it's just that because it was here and we had agreed with you that that's what will happen, so it was captured in the bill, but when the amendments were done. And then the other one under manufacturing was the raw materials and intermediary products used in manufacturing. So what has progressed is the tripartite agreement has been ratified, and awareness campaigns targeting private sector are underway. So that's very helpful. Then there's also alignment in domestic tax on raw materials and immediate inputs under EACCET. Best practices still under consideration at that level. So the next time there is that meeting, that just to ensure that we are not losing as Kenya. So that's good progress in that sense. Then packaging used for essential goods, in particular the white kraft paper, to be exempted from tax. The issue was submitted as private sector budget priority proposal for consideration through the Finance Act 2025. Again, it was a consideration, so we are really hoping that it will not, though it never saw the light of the day, that it's something that we can work on.
That is not the position that I have.
I have the CEO of KAM here. He can even say
yes,
a bit on the
because
details.
our undertaking when we met was we are going to remove taxes on packaging material
Yes.
for tea, coffee, and all that space, which was done. And I signed it into law. Is that correct, Waziri? That is correct. So, so what is the matter, Bwana?
Thank you, Your Excellency. The major thing in terms of the packaging material that was omitted is called the kraft paper.
Can you first confirm?
Yes.
What I said, whether it's correct?
Yes, that's correct. That is correct.
What is correct?
That there were exemptions given for packaging material for export. However, there is a tariff line of an item called kraft paper that is used for packaging materials for export. The duty on this material has been increased because there is excise duty imposed, there is export investment promotion levy of 10% imposed on this item, so it becomes very expensive. Our counterpart in the region, producing the same paper, produce it at a cheaper price. So we, who are locals, who are producing the same product, are very competitive. That is the challenge.
So it's a specific But you see, the problem with being too specific is that this could be somebody's business, and he is trying to use us to, you know.
Your Excellency,
we have to be careful.
we did a national verification.
Yes.
With the MIT involved, National Treasury involved, to confirm that this type of material is not locally manufactured.
Okay.
So in that sense, it should not be imposed with the tax
Okay.
that was imposed.
All right. So I will pick it up with Waziri here. We have done, I thought we completed the whole thing. Maybe there was a particular item that wasn't captured. Waziri here has my instructions to make sure that it is captured, and even if it means we have to do a small intervention in the interim, we can do that with the Ministry of
Thank you.
of Finance.
Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you very much. On agriculture for industry, I think one of the things that we were resolving was the issue of value chains, and especially manufacturers to support the offtake crops as sunflower, pyrethrum, potato, tomato, and rice. One of the things that is in progress, and good progress, on 30th April 2025, the government of Kenya and Thika Clothing launched a 1.2 billion cotton ginning and oil extraction factory at Lamu Port. So that's very good progress from that decision that was made. Another